Hello and welcome back to Here We Tow. Today I'm at the Motorhome and Caravan Show 2025 and I'm on the Coachman stand. In this video I'm going to be giving you a closer look at the Coachman Avventura motorhome for 2025 to the 2026 season. Now I did give you all a first look when they were first launched at the show not so long ago, but this is a much more detailed look. We're going to be looking at the 565 with the twin or longitudinal beds and then the 545 with the island bed. So let's make a start and find out what we need to know. Now many of you will know we're very familiar with Coachman brand. We've tried the Sportivo and we currently have the Travel Master, but the Avventura is different in that it is based on Fiat. So it has the Fiat cab and the Alco chassis. Now this comes with the 2.2 litre diesel engine, 180 horsepower and automatic transmission as standard. You can see you'll get the white front cab and then the side is also in the white and then with the copper or orange graphics running down. In terms of size, it is a large motorhome. This motorhome is 7 metres and 99 centimetres in length and it's 2 metres and 44 centimetres in width. And in terms of its weight, this motorhome is 4,500 kilos, so you are going to need the C1 category on your driver's licence. But you will get a payload of just under 1,100 kilos, which is an incredibly generous payload. And you're also going to get really good garages as well. Price-wise, so Avventura starts at around £107,000. If you want to add the awning, which is an option, it's going to bring it up to around £109,000. Let's have a quick look around the rear and then we'll make our way fully round and take a closer look. So on the back here, you can see you do get the rear view camera as standard, the Coachman name and the Coachman badge. Now where Avventura is different to Travel Master is at the rear end, you're going to see that the lights actually curve downwards. On Travel Master, they're upwards, but Avventura, it is downwards. Now, coming round, let's have a look around the offside. So I've mentioned about the garage. Now in here, you will get lighting, you'll also get plug sockets, and you're going to get an external shower, which is situated here on the offside. There's a number of storage compartments in there as well that you can see. Here you'll find the electric hookup point, and there's also a vent for the Alder because it does have the Alder wet central heating system. Then you'll find the storage for the gas cylinders and the water point. You're going to get a 90 litre freshwater tank and a 90 litre grey waste tank as well. The good thing about the Fiat as well, this particular one has the larger diesel tank as well, and that's a benefit if you do a lot of miles in a day, you're not having to stop and fill up quite as often. And then running along we can see, as I said before, the awning that is fitted to this one with the LED lighting strip underneath, and also the aerial that does come as standard. You will also get an external gas barbecue point and an external television point, and that will also have a plug socket so you can plug outside if you need to. And on this side in the garage you can see the bank here of the plug sockets that I mentioned. Right, let's go inside and take a look. So this is a 4-berth motorhome and it also has 4 travel seats. I'll head straight up here into the cab. So we have the Fiat cab with the multifunctional steering wheel, the 10-inch infotainment screen, automatic transmission as I mentioned, and it is the standard Fiat cab. And then we have our captain's chairs. So this is a creamy oatmeal colour fabric on the leather, and then the fabric here with Coachman embossed. Looking above us, there's a good sized sunroof here, and this does have a blind as well on those sunny days. It doesn't open, it is a fixed sunroof, but an excellent size for letting light in. And then we come into our lounge space. So this is a long motorhome, don't forget, nearly 8 metres in length. And because of that, we're going to get a very generous lounge area. So this will also convert into a bed. There's no drop down bed in this Avventura. This is going to convert into a double bed. And we can see this fabric here again in this oatmeal colour. I use the word oatmeal, Coachman probably don't, but I think that's a fair description. Then we have this table. Now when you do want to convert this to a bed space, this is going to drop down. And as you can see as well, if I just stand up and pull it here, it will open up fully and then you can all sit around this table when needed. Now, one thing I do like as I step down is the amount of headroom. You can see here there is a very good amount of headroom, and Jules is stood opposite me and there's a lot of inches above his head as well, and he's 6'1", so easily 6'5", I would say here, quite easily. Cabinet, so we have the lighter wood trim and then the darker colours feeding into the actual wood, the black matte handles. Simply lift these up and you're going to get access into the overhead locker storage. Underneath the lockers you will find LED lighting, these little downlighters, and they do have the USB charging points in as well. Then we're going to come through and make our way into the kitchen area. Now, what I really like about the Avventura is the kitchen. When I first saw these motorhomes, I stood and did this, and I'm doing it again, look, I was really drawn in. What I do like is these are solid worktops. You do get the sink cover. I won't lift that up because it's got everything on it, but there's a circular sink, this black tap here that does swivel, beautiful finish on the splashback, and you will get the blinds and the fly screens. Lighting underneath and an extractor fan. There's then the cream gloss, and again, I like how these hinges open upwards, as you can see. Cream gloss, and you do get a microwave. Coachman fit microwaves in their motorhomes apart from the Sportivo, but that's good to see because a lot of the actual European manufacturers are not going to give you that. Coming down, it is the Dometic gas burner. 2 gas burners there. And then coming further down, you'll find a Thetford gas oven, and then all these storage drawers, and they've got these little clasps. Pull these open and you can see these. I'll push them, soft close, and that's how they operate. You've also got further storage here, and then another bank of drawers here, so loads of storage, and you don't have to worry because you've got that really good payload as well. So that is the kitchen area here on the off side. I'm going to move over now onto the near side. As you come through, there is the control panel, the Alder panel, and this is where you're going to put the television. The brackets pre-installed for you. And then we have the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. This is an absorption fridge and freezer, so it'll run off electric when you're on hookup and gas when you are off grid. But excellent size there. Little storage compartments as well, top and bottom. Then we move back into the centre of the motorhome, and we have our shower. Now, this is interesting. Normally showers have a lip and you step into them. On this one, on Avventura, we're stepping down into it. Now, I would say the compromise potentially on this is the narrow entrance space there. So you just have to work out how you're going to use your shower. I personally would have these open outwards and step in that way. So that's just one to be mindful of, that the doors do open fully out. So don't be put off by that. We can see some wheel arch intrusion there, but that is our shower. And there is also that big sunroof, that Hecky for ventilation. Now 565, it does have the twin beds or longitudinal beds, as we can see here. I believe these are 196 centimetres long, but you can see on the back there the headboards, again the downlighters. There is a wireless charging point back here between the 2 beds, as well as a plug socket and USB-C charging. So the 2 beds here, they're a good width as well. And the Coachman beds, what they do with the mattresses, you can see here, you've got a sprung part and then a memory foam. Jules and I have said a few times that these are probably the most comfy mattresses we have slept on within the industry. So incredibly good beds. Again, what I like here is that the headboard furnishing, the suede effect, is continuing round to soften the space up, and it's contrasted with the wood effect here. Nice space back here, and the beds aren't too high. You can get up the couple of steps to get up onto them. You do get an additional privacy screen as well that you're going to pull from either side to close the space off. And if I open the door, you can see the washroom. Now again, I think this is beautifully finished. So you have your Thetford swivel toilet, the sink, some storage underneath, and then that's complemented by that beautiful splashback again that we saw in the kitchen, a mirror and a cabinet. I'm just going to step in here. So there's a toilet roll holder and then a towel holder here, another sunroof above me. If I open this, one thing I do like personally are the bars, as you'll know, to stop your toiletries falling out. We're not getting those on Avventura, which I would have liked to have seen those. You do get them on here, but this isn't somewhere I keep my toiletries when I'm actually driving along. Another good thing though is there's no intrusion here when using the sink. You can get fully over it and you haven't got anything coming from there. Right, I'll close the door. I'll let myself out and Jules can follow me. So that's the 565 with the longitudinal rear beds there. Good size, not too high either, nice step up to them, and the wardrobe space underneath. And the wardrobes both have lighting as well, which is always very helpful so you're not rummaging around. So storage under there. That then feeds through to the separate shower and washroom. The kitchen, this is one of my favourite motorhome kitchens. I do really like this. It's got everything in it, and then an excellent size lounge as well. Right, that's 565. Let's venture over and take a look at 545. So everything is the same on this one. We've still got that same length, 4.5 tons, Fiat with Alco chassis, and this one again fitted with the 2-lay wind out awning. I think realistically everyone is going to be having that fitted unless you wanted to order one without for some reason, but I think this is going to be pretty standard and that's going to cost you just over 109,000. Let's just take a look at the garage on this one, because this one has the island bed, and what you'll notice compared to 565 is it is a little bit lower, not a lot, but it is a little bit lower, as we can see there. So if you're wanting to carry higher or taller items in your garage, you might just want to bear in mind that you will get some intrusion in the garage. Right, let's go and take a look inside. So 545, in we go. Now, starting in here, we head straight up into the cab again. And this, we see the same layout here in our lounge space. So we've got the 2 good sized bench seats. This will convert into the bed. And what I do like as well are these little armrests as well. There's one on this side and there's also one just down there as well. So you've got armrests when you're sat here relaxing. We've got the table again, which opens and it does move around. The cabinet space again, and the installation for the television, the big Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. And then our kitchen space, the same, it's replicated as we saw in the 565. So this space again. The good thing as well is because this motorhome is so wide, the amount of space across, it's a really open space, especially if I stand in this area where I haven't got the fridge unit coming out. You can see how wide that is. And all this headroom as well, absolutely. Oh, I can't even reach the ceiling and it's even higher there, loads of headroom. One thing as well with the Coachman motorhomes is the insulation and the build quality. So when they're manufactured, they have the aluminium walls and then they have that insulation, and you've got the bonus of the Alder wet central heating. Now moving back again here, we see our shower on the offside and our washroom. But back here, the difference is the island bed. Now, hopefully you won't be wearing your backpack when you come to bed. But as I move round, here we see the island bed. And you can see that across the back there with the headboard. There is little storage compartments under each of the wardrobes. And under there, you're going to get a plug socket and the USB-C charging point. So you can put your gadgets under there. There's also a wireless charger as well. And then as well as having the little storage tops here, there's a little shelving unit under each of these white surfaces. You'll then also get a wardrobe each, so one at each side, as you can see, and that's complemented by the run of overhead lockers as well. Now back here in the island bed layout, you are still getting the suede effect boards and the lighter wood with the darker wood, so that contrast. And you have got the privacy slide across as well. And they're not just curtains, they're actual proper doors to close across for that nice quality feel as well. I'll slide myself around. As I say, the washroom here on the near side, the same as we saw in that 565. Right, let me dive out. So that has been a more in-depth look at Avventura for 2025 to 2026 season. This is Coachman's first Fiat-based motorhome, 7 metres and 99 centimetres long, 2 metres and 44 wide, and 4,500 kilos gross vehicle weight. But you're going to get around 1,100 kilos payload. On the Fiat, 180 horsepower, which is great to see, automatic transmission, nice sized garages on these, and plenty of equipment. Obviously, if you want to add other bits and pieces, you certainly can. I'll put a link to the Coachman website down here in the description so you can take a further look and explore the range. If you are considering models such as the Swift Contiki, I'd say this is a direct competition for some of their longer models, so it might be one to look at. Thank you to Coachman who've let us come on the stand and film. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around. I certainly have. I do like that kitchen. So as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.